It looks and certainly smells like a rubbish dump, but somewhere beneath it all is a beach in Manila Bay. An area that was once thriving with marine life is now choked by discharge from an overcrowded city, where it's believed only about 4% of households are connected to the sewer system. Despite that, there are many people who still brave the murky waters for enjoyment or to find a meal.
It used to be very clean, but now there's too much rubbish, especially plastic.
Still, Rogelio says he's been doing this for almost 40 years and has never been sick from the water or eating the fish he catches, which is a remarkable achievement considering the bay is now often described as the biggest toilet in the Philippines.
The problems in Manila Bay stem largely from the rivers that flow into it, and in areas like this, the riverbanks are lined with shanty houses. Of course, they're not connected to the sewer system and they don't have septic tanks, so the effluent and rubbish simply goes straight into the river.
And it's no small minority living like that. Informal settlements represent 21% of the households in the capital. Many of them are beside waterways. The rivers have no chance of coping as an effective drainage system when storms hit, as was evident during the recent deadly flood. Some blamed the flooding on the squatters for blocking the waterways with rubbish. But the government agency charged with looking after the nation's poor says that was unfair, and they are not the only ones causing problems.
They have no choice but to live in waterways, but basically the silt, the blocking of waterways are all products of, call it legal and illegal quarrying, legal and illegal subdivisions, legal and illegal logging, plus the silt. A decent sewerage system in Metro Manila has not been in place, so we're all part of the problem, actually.
Now, despite coming to the end of her term, the President, Gloria Arroyo, has decided to tackle the issue by ordering more than 500,000 squatter families living in flood-prone areas to be relocated. She's also asked 12 government agencies to devise plans to clean up the bay, but only after being ordered to by the Supreme Court. If the current clean-up effort is anything to go by, it'll be a long process.
The Manila Bay is not going to be cleaned up in 2 years, in 6 years, not even in 10 years. And that's way past the term of a president, of a sitting president. But we can start. We do not have to be the pigs that we are now.
Antonio Oposa forced the president's hand after seeing the condition of the bay deteriorate rapidly. He started court proceedings against the government 10 years ago. He says his victory is just the beginning.
It is about telling people that, you just can't dump everything there. That is where the failure of the law in the Philippines is. We have beautiful laws, but there is a lack of deliberate effort to educate the public on the substance and meaning and significance of the law.
Whether anyone will comply with the laws, from the president down to those living on the streets, is another story. Even if they do, it'll be a long time before Filipinos can once again be proud of the capital's waterways. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Manila.